Welcome back for another installment of Birdwatching. I'm AJ Mazzolini of the Missoulian newspaper. The Missoula Osprey have caught fire down the stretch of the Pioneer League season, and last week it all came on the back of their big bats. The Osprey scored 10-plus runs in 3 different games and won 2 series. And what made things even more impressive is both of those came on the road. Now, is it a little too late for the Osprey? Most likely so. Missoula is 8.5 games back of first place Great Falls in the North Division of the Pioneer League, and with only 11 games to play, that means the Osprey are going to have to be playing mistake-free baseball the rest of the way, while the Voyagers really start to trip up. Any combination of 3 Voyager wins or Missoula losses is going to eliminate them from postseason contention, and having not won the first half either, which Helena Brewers did, the Osprey won't be playing in the Pioneer League postseason and won't have a chance to defend that title from last year. Now, this last week, the Osprey went on the road to Grand Junction and won 2 of 3 games, and then turned around and went straight to Orem and won another 2 of 3 games. They had 20 hits in back-to-back games against the Owls, by far a season high, and 5 home runs were hit in the second game of those 20 hitters, and all 5 from the Missoula Osprey there, which again was another season high. The series finale against Orem, though, was rained out on Tuesday night, which is a little bit of a detriment for the Osprey because they really could have used another win with the season winding down, and they're running out of opportunities to make any ground against Great Falls. That game was 3-2, with Orem actually leading in the top of the 4th inning when the game was called, and it's not going to be made up this year because the Osprey and the Owls don't have any common off days, and that was their last meeting of the season, so there just wasn't any time to get that one in, and so that one just got hucked on the garbage heap, unfortunately. Now, the Osprey have about 11 games left, as I said, and 2 of those are going to be against the Helena Brewers here at the end of the week, with today, Wednesday, being a travel day for Missoula. And after those 2 games, they're going to come home for the season-ending homestand, 5 games against Great Falls Voyagers, in which they'll need to be winning just about every one of those if they have any shot of staying alive before ending this year on the road later on. The Osprey are going to be without now Justin Williams, an outfielder who had a pretty short stay in Missoula. The second of those 2 20-hit games was his last with the Osprey after being called up earlier in this month from the Arizona League. He got the bump all the way up to Single A out there in South Bend after playing only 11 games in Missoula. He had hits in all but one of those games and had 3 hits in his final game, part of those 20 hit barrage that the Osprey all of a sudden had been putting on. Check back in with us next week as we see where the Osprey are. Hopefully they'll still be alive in postseason contention, and if not, we'll tell you how they got there. Thanks for tuning in, and check back again for Birdwatching. Thanks.